Hey, Shalom. Shalom. All praises. Honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And this is going to be hopefully, to a point, straight to the point lesson. This is a walk and talk lesson inspired by a video I watched earlier, and I went ahead and verified the information. This was from Dabu 7. Let me get the video. From Dabu 7:7, it says, clear and present danger. U.S. given new UFO handbook. Guidelines on dealing with encounters. Okay. And I went ahead and I Googled that. Basically going into how these police departments, they received a handbook of how to deal with, so-called UFO, UAP sightings. And there's been a recent increase in sightings. So much more that the U.S. government, was that 2022? I know they talked about it in 2020. It might have been 2022. They released those classified documents, and they actually had some type of public hearing on it. And you had a lot of experts come out. You had a lot of military individuals, mainly fighter jets, pilots, come out and speak on how they saw, these phenomenons, these vehicles that defy the laws of gravity, that defy the laws of physics in this world. And they've been told to keep their mouth shut. They pretty much had like a gag order on them, not to talk. But a lot of the information has come out. So now, what's going on with this? I'm just going to read. I didn't really go into the article. It's more so the headline. Maybe I'll go into it later. But this just sparked, the spirit, because we are going to experience, phenomenons, these UAPs, unidentifiable aerial phenomenon. But this is the thing, we know what they are. Okay, we know that they're the chariots, the vehicles of the angels. Okay, and they are set up, okay, to deliver the elect of Israel, starting here in America and then through the four corners of the earth. Okay, so we're not ignorant of these things. Now you are going to have Esau with, high level technology, try to deceive people. We know about Project Bluebeam. That could be on the table as well. And a lot of other things that are not, spoken about, that this damn devil is going to release. He has high level technology. Dabu was even speaking about that. And we know that, he's the mad evil scientist, right? So this is, I just Googled UFO police handbook. Clear and present danger. U.S. police given new UFO handbook. So this makes me believe that they've had a handbook before, I guess. How to deal with this, I'm not sure. Daily Mail, that was from RT. Daily Mail, police across U.S. Now that was from a day ago. This one here is from 4 days ago. Police across U.S. given UFO handbook. Craft poses safety risk. This is from metro.co.uk. Police across U.S. given new UFO handbook after safety concerns. Okay. Brobible.com. A day ago, U.S. police chiefs issued new handbook on UFOs. Okay, MSN, they have something. Okay, pretty much all these major outlets, Newsmax, cops across U.S. given UFO handbook. That's from 4 days ago. Let's go to the one on RT International. Bear with me. Let's just see what they have to say just really quickly. Okay. And you can, and this is the thing, you can Google these things and you can look at these things, yourself. It's just a quick Google. Okay. We're set up as the watchmen. Okay. To watch for the elect of the house of Israel, to let you know that Yahweh Shema Shai is on his way. And these things that are getting ready to come on the earth, okay, the things that Esau Edom is going to do on the left hand side, it's all meant to lead you into taking the MOTB. And see, we understand that all roads lead to the MOTB. Before I hit that I want to get a precept before I hit the article. Okay, and it shouldn't be long. We'll just see how the spirit move. I just want to hit a couple of points on the chariots. Okay, 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So why is Esau Edom now releasing more information on the chariots? Why is he declassifying documents? Why is he giving a new handbook across the U.S. with police? Because when people see these these phenomenon, what are they going to do? They're going to call the police. You had one video that went viral some years back where it was a Jake. He saw chariots in the sky, and he bugged out. He said he was screaming, "Call the police! Somebody do something! Call the police!" So our people, they're going to get taken by surprise when these things happen, because they have really, as the scriptures say, they have not received the love of the truth. Or let me get that too, because it talks about the God of this world. I believe it's the same book, the verse. Chapter 10. Give me a second. I could be wrong. Okay. Talks about the God of this world. Let me God of this world. Right, it's actually the fourth chapter. 2 Corinthians 4 and 3, it says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost." Because our gospel, the good news, the understanding of the scriptures actually explains these phenomenons in the scriptures. Yet the Most High has to actually open up your mind to be able to receive these things. And you also had Edomite scholars that pretty much went into the scriptures and said these things that are talked about, the prophet Zechariah. Okay, the different prophets that saw these flying rolls, that some would say. Some of the prophets said, okay, like clouds. They came to the conclusion that it would have to be talking about what we know as UAPs, unidentifiable aerial phenomenons, or unidentifiable flying objects, UFOs. Okay, we can identify these things through the spirit. Okay, right? If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Because what we're speaking of is outside the realm of Christianity. When UFOs, this is why when these sightings come, and of course Esau is going to have technology to do certain things. When these sightings come, okay, the average Christian is not going to be able to, explain these things, because in their religion, if you will, okay, their understanding of the scriptures, these things are not contained in the scriptures. Or some of them believe that they're demons. Now, the chariots, you can have right hand angels, and hey, you could have left hand angels too. They are the vehicles of the angels. Okay, but when we see chariots, we see chariots as something that's benevolent to us. We see the chariots as beneficial to us. The rest of this world, they see the chariots as a curse. We'll get that. In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not. Because Esau's whole tactic. Bro, this goddamn Edomite just did that right in front of me. Satan. Oh my goodness. You can't even make this shit. This nigga just slid in the dirt right there. Just, it is what it is. It's Satan. I gotta laugh. Give me a sec. I gotta laugh on that one. I'm drinking Brigham tea, also known as Mormon's tea. You look that up, it's a stimulant. Not like caffeine. I believe it's the actual name is epidaria. I always get that name wrong. Ephedra with an E. Just bear with me. It has what Esau calls pseudoepinephrine. Look that up. Right, let me read that from verse 3 again. 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. And we know, let me get Isaiah 60. Let me see if there's any more. Right, we know that the light has been shined upon us, and which the light represents the truth. And part of the truth, or what's contained in the truth, is the explanation of these so-called UFOs. Okay, which Esau, his whole tactic was to deceive you into thinking that it's something from like a different planet, an alien. He's there to sow doubt. One of his scientists will say, yeah, it could be angels, and another scientist will say, well, it could be aliens. So now you don't know what the fuck is going on. And then your concept of angel is totally bugged out. Okay, that's the God of this world deceiving you. Okay, Isaiah 60:1. Okay, because if the Most High didn't have Esau to deceive, Jake will be delivered. They will actually understand the truth, and that's not according to prophecy. Remember, all things are according to prophecy, even our very belief. Okay, our very belief is all according to prophecy. That's just another reason to believe. Believe for the work's sake, the things that are actually happening. But again, it's all dependent on if Yahweh Shema Shai has written you in the book of life. Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come. See? And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee, upon us. So when articles like this come, and most people, they brush it off until something actually confronts them. So when something actually confronts them, what's going to be in their mind? Well, everything that Esau Edom has portrayed and put out in front of them, from his movies to his, everything that he's put out in the world, to different articles about aliens, a whole bunch of misinformation, disinformation, especially those movies. Especially, the little green men, the tentacles and shit. That's what's going to be in the people's mind. They're going to be afraid. Okay, they're going to be afraid of these things. All the aliens from Mars. Okay, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Okay, meaning that veil, Isaiah 25, that veil that is cast over all the nations. Okay, because really, just the top elite know. They somewhat know the truth. They know that we're the Israelites. Okay, they know about the chariots. They know that we're going to be delivered by the chariots. Okay, so they're set up to sow disinformation. They're set up to sow doubt. All right, and then they're going to actually try to overcome Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back. He's going to be in the top chariot, the biggest chariot, if you will. Well, they make movies, Independence Day, where you had the father ship, or some will say the mother ship, come in. It was the big ship, and then you had the shuttle ships. Well, the scriptures actually explain this. Okay, but it explains it in a way that it's not plain. Meaning, it's plain to us. It tells you that in either Sirach 39 or 38, I believe 39:24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. They're plain unto us, but they're written in parables. They're written in dark sayings. Well, Yahweh Shai said that in Matthew 13, right? You can start at 10. You can start at 9. It says the disciples asked him, why do you speak to them in parables? He said, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. And this is part of the mysteries. But unto them, the rest of our people, it is not given. It's why if you ask one of our people about this, most of them are not going to take it serious, or they're going to say, I don't know. Okay, they're not going to really they're going to take this lightly until it's upon them, and then they're not going to know what to believe. It says, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right, the truth, first and foremost. But that's going to actually manifest to being delivered. That's going to be part of that glory as well. Okay, being delivered from because the chariots are going to be terrible. Okay, terrible unto these people. Okay, the scriptures speak about how they're going to be shooting beams. Okay, beams of fire, concentrated fire, basically laser beams, which you actually see in these movies. Why? Because art imitates life. Okay, these producers, these directors, they get inspiration from the scriptures. Okay, so let me go to this article and let's just see what this says. Again, from RT. Police have been given guidelines on dealing with sightings of anomalous objects in the sky, because there's getting ready to be an influx, and there's already been an influx of these sightings, and a lot of these things, you'll catch them on local news, or if you're like actively searching for them, like you actively Googling, you're actively YouTubing, you're actively trying to find these things on the internet, you'll find them, and you'll see, and there's actually websites set up. There's actually websites set up to, basically track all these things. I'm not really into it like that. Other brothers are. All right, but these things are not really talked about unless you're, in a major city or something big. It's more so for, like local news. Police officers across the U.S. have been issued a handbook on how to deal with reports of unidentified anomalous phenomenon. So that's also, I guess that's what UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomenon. Okay, the guideline which and that's a new term. Okay, from the UK. The guidelines which detail several past encounters were sent out earlier this summer by the Major Cities Chief Association, MCAA, which represents police executives from the largest cities in the U.S. and Canada. In the 11-page guide, the MCAA notes that UAPs detected in U.S. airspace represent a domain awareness gap, which possesses a clear and present danger to pilots and our soldiers that are more acute than ever. I'm sorry. It says, which possess a clear and present, this is a quote from him, clear and present danger to pilots and our soldiers that is more acute than ever. Okay, it's more serious than ever. Okay, we're in a strange time. Okay, we're in the time of the end. We're in the time in which chariots are going to show themselves more. Okay, you have that movie District 9, and you have a couple of other movies where, and Netflix and different series where there's a chariot, a so-called UFO, a UAP that parks itself in the airspace and just stays there. That happened in the scriptures too. We don't have to get that. Okay. It says the handbook provided detail, and it was for several days. The handbook provided details on several UFO investigations and cited the testimonies of whistleblowers who have been involved in such incidents, such as former U.S. Air Force officer and intelligence office official David Gurish. It says, in the one congressional hearing on UAP, so that's what it was. It was a congressional hearing. Gurish claimed he had interviewed several Pentagon officials with direct knowledge of aircraft that were non-human origin, who reported that so-called biologics were recovered from some of the craft. And that's where the devil, he throws in his mischief, his craft. Well, they had it to where they even said that they captured some of the craft before. Well, you had in Mexico where they uncovered they uncovered a alien. It was a little 1 foot, not even 1 foot, 12 inches. It was like a mummified alien. So Esau is going to throw in his bullshit, okay, to try to disrupt the truth. But see, we the Spirit is on us to continue to go through these things, because we already touched these things, but we must continue to go through these things, because this damn devil is also continually, spewing out his misinformation. Now, I'm not gonna. There's a little bit more. But you can read that on your own. But basically, these chariot sightings are getting out of hand to where he has to, make his move. Okay, let me get this. Zechariah. We'll read a couple of scriptures. Just a couple. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3. Right, Zechariah, verse 1. And here in the blue letter, the title is the flying roll, or the flying scroll. So what is it? What is a flying scroll? What would that be? Okay, so Esau knows. All right, and this is why he pushes out this information. Because who's in charge of the information? Esau. He controls all the media. So he's paying the narrative, okay, all in order really to bring you into his image. He doesn't want the Israelites to believe the truth. He doesn't want the Israelites to know that the chariots are pretty much signs of their salvation. Well, the song in slavery, swing low, sweet chariot, or swing low, chariot, come to take me home. And I think it says sweet chariot. I'm not saying it right. Salakia. It says, then I turned and lifted up my eye. Look, he lifted up his eye. He looked up. He looked up into the sky and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Okay, let's look at this word roll. But he's going to go and he's going to actually explain what that roll looked like. Okay, you also have the sighting of you got different shapes of the chariots. Some look like a roll, which, Esau calls a tic-tac. A tic-tac chariot. Magala. Roll riding. It says roll. Yeah, because he's comparing it in the terminology that he has in his day. Okay, he said, this is like a flying roll. What is this? And he said unto me, what seest thou? This is the angel asking him. And I answer, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. So he's giving the dimensions of what he's seeing looking up into the sky. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And see, Esau understands that this is not, when he just said in the article, these are threats. Okay, these pose a threat to, U.S. airspace, U.S. and Canadian airspace. So much so that he gave out a handbook. He gave out a handbook for his officers to be able to deal with these things. Why? Because there's going to be more sightings. Okay, so they got to at least do something to prepare their officers for these calls. But the angel told Zechariah, this is a curse. This is the curse. Okay. It says, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, right? Because this is going to be a curse unto Esau, Edom. These chariots that are popping up, they're like on their own missions. They're like reconnaissance missions, spy missions, basically spying out the land, letting Esau know, I see you. And there's reports of them actually controlling the nuclear, these nuclear plants, these nuclear missile silos. They'll hit the launch, and then right at the launch, they'll stop. They pretty much have control over Esau Edom, his weaponry. So Eve been preparing for a very long time to deal with these UAP, and he's so proud that he believes he has technology. He has technology to be able to deal with these things. This is another reason why he wants to merge with machine. Because now he's able to, in his mind, he's able to control the spirit. Okay. This damn devil, his mind is deep and dark. It tells you that. The heart of every one of them is deep. Okay. Give me a second. All right, it says, then he said unto me, this is the curse. I read that. Yeah, let me read that. Let me read that again. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stilleth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And why is the most sightings in America? You have to ask yourself that. And I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts. See, we're in a time where the Most High is bringing these things forth. Okay, the number of sightings are increasing so much that he has to do something about it. He has to prepare his police force. He has to prepare his military. Okay, you have officials that know these classified information, and now these things are starting. It's so much that these things are starting to be common knowledge. Okay, and we know what these things actually, what they mean. Okay, we know what they signify. Okay, this is the curse. This is part of the curses that the Most High cursed Esau with. Okay, to destroy his civilization. The chariots are going to play part in that. Okay. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts. Yeah, the Lord of armies, because the chariots are part of the Lord's armies. Okay, the chariots are part of the Lord's his military force, if you will. So why is Esau looking at? Oh, they can be helping us to get technology, and they want to say hi to us. Why is he looking at it as an enemy? Because he already knows what it is. He knows at the top. I'm talking about the top, not even certain individuals in the Pentagon. I'm talking about the top wicked banking elite. Okay, the ones that deal heavily with the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, they know what it is. Okay, these regular fighter jet fighters and all that, they don't know. They see these things. There's been reports where they actually saw the individuals in the chariot, and they were dark skinned. So the whole world is going to find out, okay, sooner or later. The Most High is bringing it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. That's Esau. How did he get America? All you got to do is ask yourself that. He look, our people, especially the so-called black man here in America, which Jake do steal, okay? But who stole whole nationalities? Who stole land masses? Who stole land masses? Who stole a group of people from one place of the earth to another to sell into bondage? So who's the biggest thief? Who steals resources? So since nobody can come against Esau Edom down here on the earth justly and recompense Esau justly, the Most High is going to recompense him. And this is part of the recompense. This is part of the payback for the controversy of Zion, the controversy of the Israelites. Because meanwhile, he's actively denying that we're the Israelites, hiding that we're the Israelites. Okay, all for the sake for us not to return. Well, it tells you that in Revelation 11 chapter how great fear fell upon him, which saw us. Saw the Spirit enter back into us. Okay. It says, and into the house of him that sware falsely by my name, because he's saying that he's the people. So God bless America. America is a God-fearing country, and those chariots is going to be visiting the state of Israel as well. Okay, and it shall remain in the midst of the house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones. How is timber and stones? How is that consumed? How can a rock be consumed? What can do that? Okay. Well, we always speak about this thermonuclear war, and guess what? That's still on the table. That's part of it as well. That's those nuclear missiles is part of the Lord's army. Okay. So let me just hit you with one more. All right, because we already know what it is. We're not surprised. This just furthers, our belief. We don't need to see the chariots, but seeing the chariots, that strengthens our faith, because that is a signification of Esau, Edom going down, and none of these people can explain these things. We can only explain it. Nevertheless, they're not going to believe us. Who's going to believe our report? Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Okay, and the clouds. Let me get that. The clouds are speaking about the same thing as Zechariah was speaking about. Okay. The chariots. Bear with me. Psalms 104:3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the water, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. All right, so the angels are pure spirit, and the vehicles that they're in are pure spirit. This is why they can morph into many different shapes. They can multiply themselves. They can do, change colors. They can change shapes. They can do all type of crazy shit. Okay, they can cloak within clouds. But there are certain times in the scriptures where it talks about clouds. It's actually talking about the vehicles of the angels, the chariots, which is synonymous with this flying roll. Okay. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Who's coming? Yahushua. He's coming with clouds, meaning he's coming with chariots. He's coming with a big chariot. Okay, as depicted in Independence Day. All right, with the shuttle ship, the angels are going to be in what you would call a shuttle ship or smaller ships, and every eye shall see him. Right, it's going to be no. There's going to be no denying that these things are here. There's no, well, I don't know. They can be this, they can be that, or I've never seen one, or I might have seen one, but it disappeared. Everybody gonna see it. Okay. And they also, which pierced him, meaning going into reincarnation. The individuals that actually pierced our Lord, okay, during over 2,000 years ago, more than likely they're gonna be in the fighter jets as well. Well, the scriptures talk about Satan and his angels, and they actually call in the Navy you have the blue angels, which are a particular fleet of jets. So Esau also calls his fighter jets angels. Okay, his messengers. Okay, his chariots, because all a chariot is a vehicle, and these vehicles they fly in the sky. Excuse me. And all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so among. Okay, and why are all the kindreds going to wail? Because the Lord going to be jacking their ass up. Because it's not a good thing unto them. Well, you know what? Let me hit you with one more scripture. It's going to be a strange thing unto them. Because those chariots, not only are they going to destroy America, but they're going to deliver the elect, starting here in America, the 1/3, as well as different brothers and sisters, okay, across the four corners of the earth. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him and made no account of his labor. And this is what we're doing. When we stand, okay, on the street corners, okay, all these major cities, okay, that Esau established through violence. Okay, this couldn't have been done 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago. He would have quelled it. He would have squashed it. Because the things that we're saying towards him, okay, he at first he took it lightly, but now he's starting to try to confront us, but putting too much light on the issue, all right, will it also expose him? Okay, so he's walking with carefulness, and he's moving in deception. He's moving in the shadows. Okay. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Well, I just reference Revelation 11. Okay. After they saw the Spirit coming back upon us, great fear fell upon them. Okay, but also fear is going to be upon them when they see the chariots, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for, because they're not looking for these chariots to beam up particular individuals, especially so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans. That's far from their mind. Their mind is we are the detest. We are the throw up. We are the offscouring. We are the grunts. We are nothing. We're animals. So when so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans are getting beamed up, simultaneously these chariots are zapping motherfuckers. They gonna bug the fuck out. Okay, so I just wanted to do that. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Until next time, shalom to the elect.